For generations, people living deep within the Amazon have shared stories of massive snakes. Not just large reptiles, but creatures so enormous they seem almost impossible. These accounts describe silent giants gliding through rivers and flooded forests, appearing briefly before vanishing again. For a long time, these stories were dismissed as exaggerations or folklore, but science has revealed something that makes those stories harder to ignore. Millions of years ago, the Amazon was home to a snake unlike anything alive today, a predator that reached lengths of up to 15 meters, dominating its environment with sheer size and power. This ancient reptile is known as Titanoboa. Its existence leads to an unsettling idea. If the Amazon once produced creatures like this, could similar conditions still exist today? And if they do, how should we view the countless reports of giant snakes still being seen? To understand that, we first need to look at the environment itself. The Amazon rainforest is the largest tropical rainforest on Earth, covering close to 7 million square kilometers across multiple South American countries. Its scale alone is difficult to comprehend. Within this vast region flows the largest freshwater system on the planet. Rivers, tributaries, wetlands, and swamps form a complex network that constantly reshapes the land. During the rainy season, huge portions of the forest flood. Entire areas transform into submerged ecosystems known as Varzea and Igapo forests. These regions remain underwater for months at a time, creating the perfect conditions for aquatic and semi-aquatic predators. One of the most perfectly adapted predators in this environment is the green anaconda. This snake is built for versatility. It can move efficiently through water, navigate land, and even climb when necessary. In murky rivers where visibility is almost non-existent, it relies on stealth. It waits, motionless, before striking with explosive force. Once it captures its prey, it coils around it, cutting off circulation and breathing before dragging it underwater to drown. After feeding, it can go months without eating again, disappearing into the waterways. If there is any place on Earth where an unusually large snake could remain hidden, it would be here. And that possibility is exactly what keeps these stories alive. Today, the green anaconda is considered the heaviest snake in the world. Verified specimens can reach lengths of around 6 meters. Researchers like Paul Rossoli have spent years studying these animals in their natural habitat, regularly encountering large individuals. In 2024, during an expedition in Ecuador that included Will Smith, scientists documented an anaconda measuring over 6 meters. It was one of the largest reliably recorded individuals to date. Even more surprising, genetic analysis revealed that northern populations of giant anacondas represent a distinct species that split from southern populations nearly 10 million years ago. But once you go beyond this size range, things become less certain. The largest anaconda ever listed in scientific archives comes from the Natural History Museum. According to their records, this snake measured 8.43 meters and weighed over 200 kilograms. However, the documentation lacks detail, making it difficult to verify in full. Despite that, reports of much larger snakes continue to appear throughout history. In the 1800s, naturalists exploring the Amazon frequently wrote about snakes measuring between 9 and 12 meters. Scientists like Henry Walter Bates and Alfred Russel Wallace carefully recorded these accounts. Yet during their own travels, they never encountered snakes of that size themselves. In 1907, explorer Percy Fawcett claimed to have seen a snake over 18 meters long. No physical evidence was ever recovered, and Fawcett later disappeared during another expedition. A few years later, Theodore Roosevelt offered a reward of $50,000 for anyone who could deliver a snake longer than 10 meters to the Bronx Zoo. No one ever claimed the reward. Even in recent times, the pattern hasn't changed. In 2016, a report from Pará, Brazil, described a snake over 10 meters long found during construction work. Like many other cases, it was never properly documented. Across centuries, the same situation repeats itself. Enough reports to keep the mystery alive, but not enough solid evidence to confirm anything. So the question becomes more scientific than speculative. Is it even possible for a snake to grow that large? We already know the answer is yes. around 60 million years ago. During the Paleocene epoch, Titanoboa lived in what is now the Amazon region. Fossils discovered in Colombia revealed a snake that could reach 15 meters in length, with a body nearly a meter thick. It is estimated to have weighed over 1 ton, making it the largest snake ever known. Importantly, Titanoboa was not a completely different type of animal. It belonged to the same broader family as modern boas and anacondas. Structurally, it was very similar, just far larger. Its existence proves that snakes can reach extreme sizes under the right conditions. For a long time, scientists believed temperature was the main factor. Because snakes rely on external heat to regulate their bodies, warmer climates can support larger growth. During Titanoboa's time, tropical regions were significantly hotter than today. However, more recent research suggests that temperature alone is not enough to explain such size. The structure of the ecosystem may have played a bigger role. The ancient Amazon was dominated by vast wetlands and slow-moving waterways, even more extensive than those seen today. These environments supported huge populations of fish and aquatic animals. At the same time, other large predators, such as ancient crocodilians of the family Dangerousanimals, were present, some reaching lengths of up to 6 meters. In other words, Titanoboa lived in a system capable of sustaining multiple massive predators. So could the modern Amazon still support something similar? There are clues that it might. Today, the Amazon is home to black caimans that can reach nearly 6 meters in length. This shows that large predators are still supported by the ecosystem. And while modern anacondas are smaller than Titanoboa, they already represent the upper limit of snake size today. But reaching extreme sizes is rare. In any species, only a tiny number of individuals ever approach the maximum possible size. Most remain far smaller. However, anacondas have several traits that make them especially capable of growing large. They are semi-aquatic, giving them access to both land and water prey. They also continue growing throughout their lives, a process known as indeterminate growth. As long as they survive and have enough food, they can keep growing. And with lifespans reaching up to 30 years, that growth can continue for decades. Another important factor is their environment. Water supports body weight through buoyancy, reducing the stress that gravity places on large animals. This is one reason why the largest creatures on Earth, like whales, live in water. For snakes, this means fewer physical limitations as they grow. All of this suggests that if any modern snake could approach extreme size, it would be an anaconda in the Amazon. But that leads to another question. If such large individuals exist, why haven't we found clear evidence of them? The answer may lie in how difficult it is to study Amazon. The rainforest is vast, dense, and incredibly hard to access. A 2025 study, based on over a decade of field research in Peru, highlighted just how elusive anacondas are. Scientists fitted several snakes with radio transmitters to track them. Even when researchers knew the exact location of a snake, they could only see it about 17% of the time. Most of the time, the animals were completely hidden beneath vegetation, inside riverbanks, under logs, or buried in leaf litter. And that's in areas scientists can reach. Large portions of the Amazon remain unexplored. Remote rivers, flooded forests, and isolated wetlands have never been systematically studied. Reaching these places can take days or weeks, and maintaining long-term research there is extremely challenging. There is also another problem: fossils. Rainforests are among the worst environments for fossil preservation. Heat, moisture, and acidic soil quickly destroy organic material. Most animals leave no trace behind. Even when fossils do form, they are incredibly difficult to find due to dense vegetation and a lack of exposed rock. Titanoboa fossils were discovered only because they were preserved in a coal mine, one of the rare environments where conditions allowed them to survive. All known remains come from a single location. This raises an important point. If such a massive animal could remain unknown for millions of years until discovered in one specific place, what else might still be hidden? In a region as vast and complex as the Amazon, it's possible that parts of its history, and perhaps even parts of its present, remain unseen. Because sometimes the only reason something stays a mystery is not that it doesn't exist, but because the environment has kept it hidden.